Today's video is on meals ready to eat, better yet known as MREs. If you're a Marine that's ever been out in the field, or if you're a Marine Corps JROTC cadet and you've been to any type of leadership camp, chances are you've been without the everyday cooking apparatus. And what do you reach for? MREs, meals ready to eat. Let's jump right in. When it comes to MREs, you have a Case A menu and a Case B menu. You have 1 through 12, and then you have 13 through 24. Each box contains 12 individually packaged meals ready to eat, giving you a little bit of a selection of what you may get. So we're going to open some of these up to show you the differences that some of these meals may contain. Not everything is going to be the same. Some things you may like, some things you may not. Some things you can take away. Maybe you can trade from time to time with other cadets or other Marines to kind of get that perfect meal that you like. Here we go. The individual meals that I've chosen here is menu number 3, chicken and noodle. Menu number 4, spaghetti with beef and sauce. We have menu number 13, cheese tortellini, which is my favorite. And then we have menu number 14, creamy spinach. Many of you might not like that one. As you can see, I have both the contents of the MREs laid out. From here over is the creamy spinach, and from here over is the tortellini. Now, by no means would I be choosing this one on my own. Tortellini is definitely my favorite, so I would go with this one. Some of the items are very similar. A couple of things here and there that are a little bit different. One of the items they give you here is the hot beverage bag. So if you're fortunate enough to get coffee in this particular MRE, you can put it inside of this. You have your chocolate protein drink powder. Basically all you would have to do is probably add some water to this. Don't think you would need any sugar, but I can't imagine it's going to taste anything like what you would get at maybe some type of health store. These two items will definitely go well together. You got your peanut butter and your crackers. Now these are not your typical saltine crackers. There's no salt on these. So you're going to need the peanut butter to have them go down, and probably a whole lot of water. Pretzel sticks. Not too bad, and definitely not the best item inside the bag, but something that traditionally we might not have a problem eating. Can't live without the spoon. And if you're wondering why the spoon is so long, well, this is your main meal here. You're actually going to eat the contents of this from this foil container. So you need a spoon that can actually get down in there. So if you see the length of the spoon, kind of goes hand in hand with the length of the bag. And here you have your cran raspberry flavored First Strike nutritious energy bar. This is probably not the same type of energy bar that you would get at the grocery store. Consume at your own risk. Then you have this little package here. It'll tell you what your main meal is, along with some nutritional facts on the back. And as mentioned earlier, this here is the main meal, the creamy spinach. I'm going to show you a little bit later on how this is prepared. And then we have a small accessory packet that comes with pretty much every single MRE. You've got things like moist towelettes. When you get done eating, you can clean your hands. Matches, not needed for most of you, or any of you for that matter. Have some chiclets, so once you're done consuming all this food, got bad breath, pop a couple of these in. Bathroom tissue. It's needed, but you might want to bring more. Have some salt, some sugar for that coffee that you're probably going to make later on, and that non-dairy creamer. Now traditionally, once you mix some of the ingredients of this particular MRE together, by no means is it going to taste exactly like maybe that coffee that you would traditionally make at home. So keep in mind, these are field rations. They're meant to taste that way. Now we're going to jump over to the tortellini. You still have that hot beverage bag because in the accessory pack there are some coffee products in there. Here we have the carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powder. Now, I know what you're thinking, probably Kool-Aid, but this isn't the Kool-Aid you're looking for. You pour some water in this, it's not going to taste like the typical Kool-Aid that you would get, again, at the grocery store. Same type of packet that's going to show you what the main meal is with the typical nutritional facts on the back. And then yes, same thing, main meal and the heater packet. Here we have some trail mix. Consists of trail mix, various nuts, fruits, things of that nature. And you got a little bit luckier on this one. You got the chocolate peanut spread. Chocolate peanut spread. But you do, of course, get the same boring, dull crackers. Again, no salt, so you'll want to use this with that. And then you got the coffee creamer. Again, same type of items. Except with this one, they're watching your weight. They give you Splenda. And then pretty much everything else that goes with this one as well. Now, the intent whenever you're consuming these things is not to consume the entire meal all at one sitting. Keeping in mind, you're only going to get 3 of these things that have to last you over the course of 3 days. So eat a little bit for breakfast, a little bit for lunch, a little bit for dinner. Chow, it's continuous. Don't forget that. Now that you've been introduced to these MREs and what their contents contain, it'll make you better prepared in either which one that you want to eat and what you want to eat out of it. Keep in mind, these are high caloric intake meals. Again, as previously stated, not meant to be consumed in one single sitting. So we're going to go ahead and put all this away, and then we're going to show you how to prepare this main meal. Stick around. This item right here is known as the flameless heater. This is what you will add water to, as well as the main meal. We're going to show you how. On each of these flameless heaters, there are little tabs here, or I should say little torn spots already in the plastic that let you know where to actually open them up at. You've got the top tab right here. You will tear that open to actually insert the meal. And then once it's finished cooking, you've got the bottom tab that you'll tear open that will make that meal accessible for you to actually pull it out of this flameless heater. So from the top one here, you simply pull that open just like so. That opens up. Kind of bring that open. There's actually a little item in the bottom that once water hits it, it's activated. Take this. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to get in. Slide that in there. And make sure it's seated in there just like so. Now, written across the bottom here, you will see, at least I'm hoping you can read it, do not overfill. There's lines in here that show you exactly where to fill it to. So it doesn't really take that much water. Now, I'm also certain this is not something you're going to see out in the field either. But it's what I had. So simply take that in there. Pour that to the water line. You're going to take the paper, fold it over. I've found that you can either fold it over towards the back, you can fold it over towards the front. And that piece of cardboard I showed you earlier that had some nutritional facts on there, you can simply take that and place it over it. And take that just like so. Now, once you've got the MRE inside of the cardboard packet, you're going to want to find some place to set it to the side at an angle. Just like so. Now it can be a tree, a rock, a stick, it doesn't matter what. You just need to be able to place it at an angle so that way whenever it starts heating up, heat rises and goes into the actual main meal. Leave it there for about 5 to 7 minutes or until it gets hot enough to eat, depending on your preference of taste when it comes to a hot meal or a cold meal. Now, once this MRE has sat there for the required amount of time to be done, simply grab it. Now, obviously, this is not really going to be all that hot because you've got the cardboard sleeve. You're simply going to take this, pull it out of there. Noticed earlier I was talking about those little tabs on the side. You're going to turn that around. You've got that second tab. you're simply going to peel that off, put that to the side, reach in. You're going to grab that MRE out. Yes, it is quite warm. Now, just like your grandmother used to knead that dough on the counter, you're going to sit there and you're going to knead the MRE. You can feel the contents in there. You can tell that it's not as stiff and rigid as it was whenever you put it in because it's been cooked, it's been heated up. So you're simply going to sit there and move it around until it feels the way you would need it to before you can consume it. Now, just like that packet, this packet here also has those tabs on there. The thing is, these tabs are along the side here, making it much more convenient to eat, even though you do have a long spoon. If you so choose, you can cut it this way. But once you get it taken care of and you get it all kneaded to where you want, you would simply take this little tab right here and simply open it up. And now you have creamy spinach. Again, not my favorite, but if you're out in the field and you're hungry, it's consumable. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you found this video both informational and educational, and you learned something about meals ready to eat. If you have any comments or questions, leave those in the comment section below. And if you like this video, consider subscribing to Clever Company, JROTC, and don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. We'll see you on the next video.
Alright kids, it's MRE time. You already know Captain McCain is upon us. You want to eat, you gotta eat. So this is what you're going to be eating. Woo! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Yes, here's one for you. Everybody can say MRE. MRE, MRE, MRE. You get an MRE and you get an MRE. Yes. You want an MRE?
Yeah.
You want an MRE? You want an MRE?
Yes.
You get an MRE.